Hey friends, in this video, we're going to talk about my thoughts on Pi Network. So many of you guys have asked me to cover that. I do read the comments on my YouTube channel, and I know people have been asking me to dive back into that. But let me just make a caveat before I do that. This channel is changing. I've always covered crypto because it's a hobby of mine, like many of you, and I'm a technologist at heart. And so I will still cover Pi Network. I'll cover other crypto projects on rare occasions, but I'm making a shift. I'm going to bring you with me in my journey in cybersecurity. I'm going to bring you with me in my journey as I'm starting a new company called Empath. It's going to be awesome. And this channel is going to be awesome. I'm going to start covering what I'm learning, go to market challenges, cybersecurity news, but I'll still cover crypto here and there. So this video, I'm going to cover with you my thoughts around Pi Network. So first of all, I am not and have never been and have no need to be paid by Pi Network or any other crypto project. See, I'm reducing my time that I spend on crypto projects because so many of them are absolute scams. And let's be honest, this has always been a hobby channel for me. I've done it out of a labor of love. So I have no interest in being a paid crypto influencer. And we've seen what's happened to so many of them, like BitBoy Crypto and all these others that they've just gone south so quick. So I want to throw that caveat out there. Okay, so let's jump in. I am still mining today. In fact, I'm going to pull up my phone and take a peek at this. I wanted to cover this. So to this very day, there are times that I miss when I have some travel, but for the most part, 95% of the time, I am still checking in daily and reserving my time. They call it mining in the Pi Network world. It's not like the classic crypto mining, but I do still check in. But I wanted to cover this. Over the years, I've invited what looks like 3,185 folks into Pi Network. I mean, that's pretty good. Only today, you want to know how many people are still mining in my network? Listen to this, only 282 currently. So a lot of times, maybe once a week or so, I'll tap that button and I'll say, invite everyone to start mining. And I might see a pickup of a few more people. But think about that, 282 out of 3,184 invited folks. That means less than 10% of my network is still actively mining. So what does that tell me as a whole? It tells me this. A lot of people, I wouldn't say have necessarily given up on Pi Network, but it's taken years. And for me, covering this crypto project for year after year after year, let's be honest, 90% of those people that have come in and followed me from some form or fashion have decided, I'm not really into this anymore. And I know it's just a quick click to get in, but I'm kind of tired of it. And I'm just going to move on. Now, hear me. That doesn't necessarily mean that Pi Network is dead. It doesn't mean that those people have given up on Pi Network. It just means the project didn't go live, and at least not yet. And for a lot of folks that are out there, they've got other things to do in their day. And so will they come back when Pi finally releases on mainnet and they have some value in their crypto? Probably they will. But at the moment, 90% are not mining anymore. And I don't know if that's representative across the entire network, but I got to be honest, I've got a pretty big sample size, and that probably is reflective. So that brings up the next thing I wanted to talk about is this question, because people ask this all the time. Is the Pi Network core team taking too long to get to market? In my opinion, yeah, they probably are taking too long. But I deeply respect the journey. And it's not my call to make on when you release. See, the Pi Network core team has talked multiple times about they don't want to go to open mainnet until mass KYC, the know your customer, has been completed for lots of countries of origins. And you have to understand, that's a colossal undertaking to go through and develop a decentralized KYC method for not thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but literally millions of Pi Network, they call them pioneers. That's a huge undertaking. I don't know what percentage they're through at this point, but I know that's a lot of work to be done, a lot of logistics. And so that's going to take some time. And, at a high level, I commend them for trying their best not to leave any one particular person or nation out of this. See, one thing you have to remember, the reason Pi Network took off into millions and millions of pioneers is because Pi Network as a whole was the one crypto project that was accessible to the average everyday user across the world, especially in new countries and developing countries that have never actually had access to crypto before. They felt like the world of crypto had just passed them by. And so that was a wildfire moment for them to say, you mean I can get in on something like this? Now, with that has come a lot of hyperbole, a lot of additional things that people have said. There's a lot of people that are just their expectations are simply unreasonable for where Pi Network might be worth. I'm not going in this channel. I have never and will never cover price speculation on Pi itself because everyone's making up a number. I'm just not going to do it. But I will say this. I have seen a lot of extra interest, a lot of frothing at the mouth, so to speak, a lot of overinflated excitement over Pi Network. And so what has that caused? It's caused a schism. It's caused a separation. There's basically two groups of people. One group of people that says Pi Network is a scam. This whole thing is a data mining operation. It's never going to release, and the whole thing is evil. And Wes, you shouldn't even cover it on your channel. Then there's another group that says, you are crazy. This project is going to change the world. Pi Network's going to be worth X amount of money per coin, and it's going to do all these amazing things. Where am I at? The answer is neither. I'm right in the middle. I'm following Pi Network because from my perspective, I've looked at a lot of crypto projects. I'm not here to tout. I'm not here to promote it. I'm not here to say you should get involved with it. But I am saying it's an interesting, curious project and always has been because of its relevance to attract the entire world. Millions and millions of people from almost every country on earth has gotten involved in it. That is pretty interesting. So there you have it. I am still mining. I am still interested in the project. I'm not a sponsor for Pi Network. I never will be. I have no interest in being so. I still hope the entire project works out. But who knows? It may not. And I will just tell you at this final piece of advice, you just got to be prepared for that. My advice and encouragement to you is someone who's been in this world for decades. You have to understand and you have to operate with a bit of a pessimistic outreach or outlook in the sense of, I expect all my investments to fail. And that way, if some of them work out, great. And I think you have to look at it this way. The Pi Network, it's taking a long time to go to open mainnet. Who knows when it will happen? I have no inside knowledge there. May never happen. But you have to understand what it's doing as a project truly is interesting and innovative. And I'm here to follow the journey. So am I thumbs up? Am I thumbs down? I'm neither. I'm just in the middle. I'm just another reviewer. I'm just another watcher. I'm just another interested person in the journey who has a mouth and wants to speak on it. Okay? So there you have it. I don't want to see any flame on this channel like, Wes, you're a Pi Network shill. I'm not paid to say any of this. In fact, I didn't tout them or say it's going to the moon. And I didn't say it's going to fail either. I'm just in the middle watching like the rest of us. So there you are. There's my update. I will continue to cover Pi Network here and there, but it's going to be pretty rare on this channel, simply because my channel is going in a different direction. So I'm glad you're here with me, but I would love for you to continue to watch on this channel because we're going to cover a lot of other awesome things about getting onto like creating your own business, how to start thinking about how to take the entrepreneur's journey, especially as a software in the software world. We're going to cover a lot of that. I'm going to cover what I'm learning. I'm going to cover what's happening at my company Empath, and I hope you'll take the journey with me. All right, there's my thoughts. Hope that helps. Thank you all so very much.